Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Coming into our Yin practice, beginning in our child's pose. And taking a moment here to just check in with the body. Notice if you're feeling tension, resistance anywhere. And just acknowledge it, then let it go. Maybe check in with your mind if there's a lot of chatter or a lot going on, stress. Give yourself permission to let it go, clear your mind. If only for while you're on your mat, just give yourself that gift. And let's slowly float the arms forward, extending through the fingertips. Maybe take the knees a little wider. Just feel comfortable here in your extended child's pose. Feel those shoulders externally rotating out. Deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. And slowly inhale, float up to your tabletop position. Bringing the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And just take a moment here to move through some cat-cows, letting the belly drop, tucking the toes, gazing up. Exhale, round. Just warming up that spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral spine here. And coming into our next Yin posture, melting heart. Keeping the hips over the knees, walk those palms forward as much as you can. Just maintaining that hip alignment over the knees. And slowly start to let the chest, the heart come down towards the ground. Feeling a nice stretch in the tops of the shoulders, the upper back, the chest. Maybe the forehead touches, resting. Try to keep the elbows and forearms off the ground if you can. And just coming into this posture, searching for that edge, that point of resistance. And when you find it, just hold and breathe. deep inhale. And exhale, let that heart melt a little bit closer to the ground. And slowly start to release, lowering the forearms, the elbows, slide right onto the belly. Float the arms, extending out, reaching around, taking the arms alongside the body, palms up. Let's just turn the head to the right, coming into a gentle neck stretch here. And take this opportunity to let the body just melt into the mat. Really start to let everything go. Soften. And slowly start to bring the head back to center and gently turn it to the opposite side, this time resting the right ear. Let those shoulders fall to the mat. Let the legs just splay. Feel the entire body start to relax. And slowly start to bring the head back to center. Float those arms back overhead. Palms facing down, let that forehead touch. Let's come in for Sphinx pose. Start to walk the elbows underneath the shoulders. Take the legs mat's width. Relax through the feet. So bringing your awareness to the lower back, gazing forward or close the eyes. So it's a gentle chest opener, heart opener. Relax the shoulders. Take any weight out of the palms. Forearms. Try to relax here. Once you feel pretty comfortable, think about puffing the chest forward and lifting through the crown. at the same time, just staying in a nice relaxed state. Inhaling and exhaling. Relax the muscles in the legs. If you'd like to take this a little deeper, going into the can start to make your way into seal pose, but totally okay just to stay here in Sphinx pose. If you want to go into seal, start to slowly lift the elbows, the forearms up, making sure the shoulders don't travel up. Check in with the glutes, make sure the muscles are relaxed. Always listening to your body. If you need to come out of seal, slowly lower those elbows down. And let's slowly come out of Sphinx pose, lowering the chest. Slide the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Press into those palms. Come through tabletop. Let the hips come all the way back towards the heels. Back into your extended child's pose. Just stretch it out. Inhale, let's float up to tabletop. Walk the knees in if they made their way out. Tuck those toes. Bend the knees. Maybe draw the hips towards the heels. Finding your way into your downward facing dog. Taking 2 deep breaths here. And taking whatever movements you need. If you need to pedal those heels, bend the knees, or move the hips, go ahead and do that. Maybe take the heels over to the left. And then over to the right. And come back to center with your down dog. Hold here, or if you like, flow through a vinyasa. Just a little flow coming into your high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Shifting our attention to the lower body, the hips, the lower back, the glutes. Let's float that right leg up to the sky for a three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Draw the knee into the chest, stepping through for dragon pose. Or low lunge here. So coming into low lunge, make sure that knee is directly over the ankle. Slide the left leg back. Take any pressure off that left knee. Let this be all about the hips, the hip flexor, the thigh. Allow the upper body to rest on that right thigh. It's okay to let the shoulders, the neck, the head kind of round here and just relax. And just breathe here. Again, searching for that edge, that point of resistance. And when you find it, just breathe. Holding, letting the breath take you deeper, finding space. From here, let's come into a little counter stretch. Back into our half split, shift the hips back, fold over that right leg. Let the chest drop. Deep inhale and exhale, fold. Come back to the top of your mat, back to dragon. Then option here to go into lizard. So if you want to go into lizard, go for it. If you want to just stay in dragon, that's fine too. So lizard, walk that right foot out, walk that right palm in. Let that left leg extend back. Maybe staying up on the palms or making your way onto the forearms, or whatever works for you. Little by little, the chest makes its way closer down to the ground. If you want, go for a twisted lizard, coming onto that left forearm. And start to turn the torso into that right thigh. Maybe extend the arm up. Maybe wrap that right arm around the lower back. Opening up that right shoulder, chest to the sky. And if you're in the twist, slowly make your way back to center. Just coming back here for a moment to breathe. Maybe go a little deeper. And then make your way back up onto the palms. Walk that right foot in. Frame the foot with the palms. Back to your forward fold, half split. Maybe going a little bit deeper a second time here. From here, we're going to get a nice quad stretch. So making your way towards the top of your mat. Come back to that half split. And start to make your way down. Or if this isn't something you feel comfortable with, you can just stay in your half split. So sitting on that left heel, just slide the heel outside the left hip. Or maybe hold here. So just take this in steps and just stay wherever you need to stay. So maybe right here is good. So we're stretching out that left quad. If you want to take it a little deeper, start to walk the palms behind you. And maybe just check in here, maybe getting a nice stretch in the front of that ankle as well. Slowly ease back. And check in, see if this is good right here. Just hold here. If you can go deeper, start to make your way all the way down. Let the shoulders ground. Inhale, float the arms up overhead. Take the hands to opposite elbows. So try to relax here. This might be really intense in that left quad. Stay with your breath. Taking 10 full rounds of the breath here. And slowly, when you're ready, let's start to make our way out of this pose. Just coming out the same way you went in. Coming back up onto the forearms first. And then back up onto the palms. Slide that left heel underneath the left hip. And the right knee. Walk those palms forward. Come back to dragon low lunge. And tuck the left toes. Step to plank pose. And maybe right to down dog, or if you want to flow through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Probably feel a little imbalance in the lower body here. Come back to your down dog, pedaling the heels, bend the knees. And let's float the left leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Draw that left knee into the chest. Step through for dragon. So again, check that alignment. Left knee over the left ankle this time. Slide the right leg back. Let those hips drop. Take any weight off that right knee. And just relax that upper body. catching that hip flexor. Keep searching for that edge. Don't hold the breath, stay with your breath. Let's slowly make our way back to that half split on this side, shifting the hips back. Fold over that left leg. It's okay if the back rounds. Just let that chest drop closer to the thigh. Slowly, let's make our way back to dragon. And then option to just stay right here. It's totally fine. Allow you the time to go deeper, or if you want to go for lizard, start to walk the left foot out. Left palm inside. And taking whatever variation works for you. If you want to go for a twist here, grounding that right forearm, turn the torso into that left thigh. Maybe float the arm up. Maybe wrap that arm around, opening the chest to the sky. release. So remember, in the Yin practice, you don't have to push, you don't have to go deeper. You can just stay wherever feels right for you. Really connect and tune in to what your body needs today. And turn inward. If you're in the twist, slowly make your way out, coming back to center, holding here. Walk up onto those palms. Walk that left foot back in, frame the foot. Let's come into our half split again. Fold over that leg. And then from here, if you have to come close to the top of your mat, just come back up, making space to go for that quad stretch. So forward fold first. Slowly come to sit on that right heel. And then slide that right heel outside the right hip. And maybe hold here, just getting a nice stretch in that right quad. Sitting up nice and tall. If you feel like you can go further, start to walk the palms behind you. Maybe just staying right up on the palms first. And then maybe the forearms come down. And just check and notice how you're feeling in the hips, the lower back, that right quad. And then if you can make it all the way down. Go ahead and do that. Float the arms overhead. Maybe close the eyes and just breathe. And if you're feeling a lot of tension, resistance anyway, just think about pushing the breath towards that area. Going for 10 rounds of the breath here. And slowly, when you're ready, start to make your way out, just coming in the same way. Coming out the same way you went into the pose, coming back up onto the forearms. And back up onto the palms. Check in here. Slide that heel underneath the right hip. Bend the left knee. Walk those hands forward. Find your dragon low lunge. Sliding that right leg back. Tuck those toes. Step to plank pose. Option to go right to down dog or flow through vinyasa chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's pedal those heels, bend the knees, move the hips. Walk the feet towards the top of your mat. Bend the knees and let's just come all the way down to a seated position. Keeping the knees bent. Take the arms out from palms out. And slowly roll all the way down onto the back. Let those knees float right into the chest. And give yourself a big hug here. If you're feeling any discomfort in the lower back, just try to ease that, taking the palms to the knees and maybe start to come into little circles, just massaging the lower back. And then reversing that in the opposite direction. And let those feet come down to the ground again, coming into your bridge prep pose. Take the arms out in T, and let's windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And just move and do what feels good for you. If it feels good to really hold on one side, go ahead and do that. Or if it feels good to move from side to side. And come back to center. Float those knees back into the chest. Extend the legs up. And coming in for happy baby, bend those knees. Arms come inside the thighs. Peace sign fingers wrap around those big toes. Bend the knees. Flex the feet. Maybe rock from side to side. Maybe extend through the knees. Coming into a straddle position. And check in, make sure the back is flat, shoulders are grounding, neck long. Bring the soles of the feet together, coming in for Supta Baddha Konasana. Let those legs ground. Float the arms overhead. Coming back to your natural breath, taking that left palm onto the heart, right palm onto the belly. Just coming back to your natural breath. Feel the belly rise, the belly fall. Gently feel the hips opening, the knees dropping. Feel free to just hold here if this feels good, or go right into Shavasana whenever you're ready, extending the legs. Opening the arms. Coming into Shavasana, finding stillness in the body and mind. Staying connected to your breath right here in the present moment. I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com, become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.